Hey guys, Peter Gosling from Glassbox Barbershop and Academy. Today's video, I want to talk about consultation. Consultation is so important, and what a lot of people don't realize, haircuts go wrong within the first 5 minutes is due to the fact a consultation was not executed correctly. When we're doing a consultation, we need to extract enough information to know what not to do. But we've actually condensed that down in a very, very simple format so you can understand in a systematic way that makes it easy for you to apply all of the questions or rules that we apply to. Moving forward in my own career, I've spent enough time with a lot of different and amazing hairdressing and barbering companies, and I've taken little bits from each to really make a fantastic consultation, which I think is easy and extremely effective. So again, guys, like I said, we're going to be taking you guys through a 7-step process of a very simple and effective way to consult anybody who sits in your chair, okay? The first one that we like to bring to your attention is welcoming a guest, okay? Throughout this video, I'm going to actually show you how I would greet a guest coming into Glassbox. Hey, Adam, Peter, welcome to Glassbox. Okay, so the reality is we start with a greeting and a welcome. The reason we want to do a greeting and a welcome is because we want brand awareness. We want them to know who we are and where they're getting their haircut. The last thing we want is someone to enjoy a haircut or experience and walk down the street, have a compliment from somebody else saying, oh, that's a great haircut, where did you get it? And they forget your name and the name of your business. At the end of the day, we want to focus and we want to drive it home that they were at Glassbox and they saw Peter. This also builds up a rapport with your client if you can also remember their name or look at your online booking and already be prepared for them coming into the door, because that will show that you have respected and honored their appointment and you've taken the time to learn their name before they've shown up. Now, if you have return guests, that's great. It's called relationship building. They're gonna feel, wow, you remembered my name, that's fantastic. I feel great, you feel great, and we can start the service. Again, this is a relationship that we're building on trust. It's not a lot of other industries that we touch and work with people, so building that trust right away will really make all the difference. So the second step that we're going to be focusing on is we're actually going to invite our guest into the chair. So Adam, please come and join me in the chair. So step 2 of consultation is something that we don't want to do. And we see this all the time, and we actually love this portion, and I've learned this from many different hairdressing and barbering companies. What we've done right now is we've actually put the cape or the gown over the client right away. To me, that's a big no-no. And the reason being is I can't really see who this human being is. Is he a businessman? Is he got street style? Is he urban? Is he well-dressed? Is he sharp? Is he not care so much about his image? The reality is at the end of the day, we want to understand who the person is. This is gonna help us decide what is suitable up top and to make sure that it goes with technically the outfit. So one thing we don't want to do is place the gown or cape over the guest. It also closes them off and makes them feel a little bit trapped before we start the service. So moving forward, try this within your consultations to give you a better visual analysis of who your client really is. Okay guys, step 3, super easy but extremely effective. What we like to do is we like to turn the guest around. All right, we like to get our lean on and we like to make them feel very comfortable. As you can see, I'm now eye level with him. I'm not speaking directly at him, I'm on his level. This is building trust in a relaxed manner. I'm arm's reach from him, so I'm not in his personal bubble, okay? And I'm giving him time to also assess himself in the mirror. So like I said, we like to be eye level to make them feel comfortable, relaxed, and so they start giving us the information that we need to be successful throughout the service. We've got our lean on, we're comfortable, we're at eye level. It's time to move on to step 4. We want to ask open-ended questions. The reason we want to ask these open-ended questions is there is no real stupid question that you can ask. You want to make sure that you're asking enough questions that you can extract information so that you understand what they want and what they don't want. Right? Perfect example of a couple open-ended questions would be, what are your likes and dislikes? Okay? How do you like the length on top? Were you happy with your previous haircut? Okay? We also want to be asking them things that they're comfortable with. Is this short enough? Is this too long? Is this too short? How did you like the hair on the front of your face? Do you want it coming off the back of your face? Questions like that are really going to make them feel comfortable because you're understanding what they do and what they don't want. So at the end of the day, asking as many questions as possible so that we can get enough information to make them feel comfortable and enough information for you to know what to do and what not to do within your haircut. So again, just a quick recap, we're at eye level, we've asked our open-ended questions, we're gonna move on to step 5. Believe it or not, there's a big reason we like to have this distance, is we're building trust and it's also respect. respecting somebody who's in your chair, especially if you've never worked on them before, we want to make sure that we have permission to touch them. So we will always ask, do you mind if I have a look at your hair? The reason we ask permission is because there's a lot of things that go into assessing the hair. We need to assess the scalp. We need to look at the hairline. We need to look at growth patterns. So this is the time that we would move behind the chair to actually assess things like density, length, as well as maybe imperfections throughout the scalp, moles, lice. It doesn't matter. It could be millions of different things. But we won't always want to ask, hey, do you mind if I look, or do you mind if I touch you? Okay? It's a level of respect, and again, you're building that trust up. So step 6 is actually suggestion. We've assessed the scalp, we've assessed the hair, we've built up that trust, but what they really want to hear from is you as a professional. It's important that you give them your professional opinion on what you think would look good and won't look good, right? From our open-ended questions, we've already kind of deciphered what they do and they don't like. So what we need to do is we need to put that into play. So here would be a great way of suggesting to a client, hey man, so I know that you're really happy with the length. What I think we can do today is we can work with some graduation or some layering throughout the top. Maybe we'll keep some of the length there, but we'll give you that clean professional image. How does that sound? Great. So that's a very easy way, is we're giving them sort of the ammunition to make them feel comfortable about what I'm about to do to them. So again, suggestion is super important, and building that confidence and that trust up as well. Step 7, super, super important. It's called confirmation. We need to confirm with everything that they agreed to. The reason confirmation is so important is, and I'm sure this has happened to a lot of people, you've done your service, you've done your haircut, and at the end of their haircut they said, hey, can we go shorter on the sides? That means you did not confirm at the beginning of your consultation. If you confirm at the beginning of your consultation and they understand what you're about to do, there should be no discrepancy at the end of the service, which sometimes can cause you more harm, which can put you behind with clients, can end up frustrating them that you didn't listen to them, and or affect your schedule for the rest of the day. So the reality is we really want to be focused on confirming with them. Here's a perfect example how I would confirm. Hey man, so you agreed that we're gonna do a longer haircut today. We're gonna do some taper in here, clean around the ears, shave up the neck, style it. How does that feel? Great. If they confirm with you, then you know that at the end of their service, if they say, hey, this is not what I wanted, you can say, no, we actually confirmed on this. After the fact, if they're still unhappy, we can talk about troubleshooting ideas, whether that's booking them with another stylist, getting them to come back on your lunchtime, booking them for another day, or getting them to return at the end of the day. There's a million ways that we can keep this guest happy and returning. It just might not be in that moment. So again, confirmation is super important. We need to stress that hard over to the client that they know what we're about to do. So there's no confusion. A great part about consultation as well is if we do those 7 steps, we can still practice consultation throughout the service. Asking questions throughout your entire service is extremely, extremely important to make sure you're on track to do a great service. So like I said, this is a great way of approaching the 7 steps. You don't have to be robotic about it. The more you rehearse it in your head and the more you do it with clients, the more natural it's going to feel, right? And at the end of the day, you're gonna see a major and a very successful reaction from your clients because it's uplifting that level of trust as well as your professionalism. Okay guys, now that you're masters of consultation, I want to go over something called vision crafting. Vision crafting is extremely important. What we do with vision crafting is we're actually addressing and looking at who the person is. Similar to when we don't have a gown on them, what we're actually doing, again, is assessing the human being. We're assessing what their lifestyle might be, assessing how they're dressed, assessing features on the face, and these can all be key players in making sure that we give somebody something that they love and something that they want. Like I said, if someone came in and their ears are sticking out, we might not want to expose those. Maybe we want to use hair to hide that. Maybe we don't want to elongate them, or maybe we don't want to widen them. Okay, so these are all things we have to really think about when we're actually cutting hair. We're going to get into this further in other videos, but I want you guys to start to understand that every time someone walks into the salon and I'm using my mirror, I can already look at someone coming into the shop and start to address who they might be, what they might want, and what we can do to make them feel great. So vision crafting is extremely important. We can do it with their clothing, we can do it with their lifestyle, as well as we can do it with actual features on the face. Beautiful. So we've touched on the 7-step process of consultation as well as vision crafting. What you guys don't realize right now is these are key elements of building that trust up, that level of professionalism, and as well as they're such great keys to success. okay? Over time, like I said, it doesn't have to feel robotic. It will come more naturally to you, and you're gonna notice people you work with and people who sit in your chair are gonna realize, wow, that was an amazing experience, because you're really understanding what they want and who they are as a human being. So like I said, condense it, make it your own, enjoy what you do, have some fun, and we'll catch you next time. Okay, everyone, Peter Gosling from Glassbox Barbershop and Academy, thank you so much once again for tuning in, okay? Please make sure to hit the subscribe button below and make sure your notifications are on, as well as please leave your comments, questions below. We love to hear from you. Make sure to follow us at Glassbox Barbershop on Instagram, and tune in next time for more education.